Hello, readers. How are all of you doing? Very well, I hope. And I hope your families and your friends are healthy and that they are happy and that they are safe. So right now, I will be showing you my book haul for August 2020. And yep, I am hauling this book haul in on my back. Alrighty, let's do this then. Hello, fantastic reader people. Theyre, welcome. Visogi, sit down, make yourself comfortable. And I will be unhauling 13 books today. So yeah! Some of these books that I'm hauling in right now, I actually don't even know what they are because my husband ordered them for me and they're still in their packages. I guess we will be finding out some of these books together. And so, very cool. So I'm going to take this off now. The first book I have for you all today is Ceremony by Leslie Marmon Silko. Silko is an Indigenous author from the Laguna Pueblo, and Ceremony is a book about Tayo, a young Indigenous veteran who is returning from World War II, and yes, unfortunately, he was a POW or a prisoner of war. In the book, his horrors of captivity and survival are explored in his return to the Laguna community, and during that time, he searches for different avenues of coping with his trauma while seeing how other returning veterans have turned to substance abuse to numb their own pain and trauma. So Tayo's journey then leads him into a path of cultural tradition, knowledge, and I think also healing. So yep, number one, very excited to get into this. The second book that I've hauled in for August is Heartberries by Therese Marie Melcott. Therese is from the Seabird Island First Nations, located in the Upper Valley region of British Columbia, Canada. And Heartberries is actually a memoir. And I've heard so many great things about this book, especially from the Indigenous creator community. And it explores her experiences and from childhood to adulthood, I believe. And some of the topics that are touched on include struggles with identity, struggles with mental health, MMIW, or missing and murdered Indigenous women, and possibly other topics specific to Native women. So I'm very excited to read this, and yep, this is number 2. The next book I hauled in for August is Indian Horse by Richard Guagamis. Richard is an Indigenous author and Ojibwe from northwestern Ontario. And Indian Horse follows Saul Indian Horse, who experiences many losses very early on in his young age. And then he is forcibly removed and put into a boarding school. So his experiences in boarding school, I believe, in this book are very horrific, but also he simultaneously discovers hockey and his talent and love for the sport. This book has also been transitioned into a movie, and my family and I all went to go watch this movie, and it was very powerful and heartbreaking, and I suggest you all watch it if you haven't already. So yep. Book number 3. The fourth book that I hauled in for August is, yep, Theyre There by Tommy Orange. I have heard so many great things about this book. And I believe I saw, I think 1, 2, or 3 videos by Indigenous creators, one of them being Brody. Unfortunately, when this book first came out, I was a lot broke. And unfortunately I couldn't buy it. And now I am so excited to read this book. Tommy Orange is another Indigenous author and a citizen of the Cheyenne Arapaho tribes of Oklahoma. This book follows 12 different multi-generational Native perspectives, all traveling to the big Oakland powwow. And that is all I wanted to know about this book, because I feel like I've been waiting to read this for a long time. So I'm not even reading the back right now. I just got a general idea of what this book is about from Brody's video. I've been waiting to read this for a bit. So yep, book number 4. The next book that got hauled in by Kim, yours truly, or Native Lady Book Warrior, is Speaking for the Generations, edited by Simon J. Ortiz. So Simon Ortiz is a Pueblo writer from Acoma. Simon Ortiz has brought together many voices of contemporary Native writers, and each writer within this book offers an evocation of themselves while unearthing their personal, social, cultural influences and how those experiences develop them as a writer. So these writers are all very, very diverse, from playwrights to poets to novelists, and they all are from different areas of Indigenous communities, from all the way from the Pacific Northwest to Northern Plains to Guatemala to Canada. And also in the description is, together these pieces offer an inspiring portrait of what it means to be a Native writer in the 20th century. So yes, very excited to read this, book number 5. Okay, so these next few books, I have no idea what they are. We'll find out all together. This is book number 6. So let's open this up. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This is it. So this is Vine Deloria Jr.'s Custard Died for Your Sins and Indigenous Manifesto. Oh my gosh, I don't know which video it was, but I mentioned that I had this book, but I actually loaned it out to somebody and I never got it back. So it's just kind of crazy that I got this. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting this book so bad. I don't know if I'm going to do a review on this. I guess we'll see. But this book is called Custard Died for Your Sins, an Indigenous Manifesto by Vine Deloria Jr. Vine Deloria Jr. is Lakota from the Standing Rock Sioux Nation. And I highly recommend any book by Vine Deloria Jr. This man was, and yes, unfortunately I am saying was because he is no longer with us, but this man was so extraordinary. He was an activist, he was a professor of law and poli-sci, he was a writer, a historian, and he also even served as the executive director for NCAI. NCAI is the National Congress of American Indians. So yes, Vine Deloria Jr. is amazing. I'm going to read the back. So in his new preface in this paperback edition, the author observes the Indian world has changed so substantially since the first publication of this book that some things contained in it seem new again. Indeed, it seems that each generation of whites and Indians will have to read and reread Vine Deloria Jr.'s manifesto for some time to come before we absorb his special, ironic Indian point of view and comprehend what he tells us with a great deal of humor about the U.S. race relations, federal bureaucracies, Christian churches, and social scientists. This book continues to be required reading for all Americans, whatever their special interests. I really don't want to spoil what this book is about, but I suggest you check it all out for yourselves. I mean, there's tons and tons of stuff on Vine Deloria Jr. And this book is probably, I don't know, it's almost a tie between this book and God is Red. So, yep, number 6. Okay, we have another one. Let us open this. Okay, let me just rip it open. I'm gonna need a scissor. I'll be right back. Okay, got a scissor, people. Yay! Okay, let's cut this open. This is pretty taped up. Whoever wrap this was pretty. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, this looks new. Monkey Beach by Eden Robinson. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find out what this book is about really quick. I kind of don't want to... Should I read the back? Should I read the back? Okay, I've decided that I'm gonna read the back of this book. I don't know what it's about, but it looks... This is pretty, right? Okay. Tragedy strikes a native community when the Hills family's handsome 17-year-old son, Jimmy, mysteriously vanishes at sea. Left behind to cope during the search and rescue effort is his sister, Lisa Marie, a wayward teenager with a dark secret. She sets off alone in search of Jimmy through the Douglas Channel and heads for Monkey Beach, a shore famed for its Sasquatch sightings. Infused by turns with darkness and humor, Monkey Beach is a spellbinding voyage into the long, cool shadows of British Columbia's coast mountains, blending teen culture, Haisla lore, nature spirits, and human tenderness into the multi-layer story of loss and redemption. This sounds so good. I'm excited to read this. Look, nominee for the 2000 Governor General's Award and finalist for the 2000 Giller Prize. Holy crap. Okay, this is awesome. I think, yeah, this is number 7. Okay. Book number 8. Let's open this up. Feels like my birthday. Oh my god. Oh. Let's cut this. Make sure I'm not cutting the book. Wow. The Break by Katharina Vermette. Oh my gosh, is this an Indigenous book? I think it is. Okay, let me go look at this book up really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I looked up the author, and the author is an Indigenous author of Métis descent. Okay, I'm just going to read the back. When Stella, a young Métis mother, looks out her window one evening and sees someone in trouble on the break, a barren field on a strip of land outside her house, she calls the police to alert them to a possible crime. In a series of shifting narratives, people who are connected with violence, police, family, and friends tell their personal stories leading up to that fateful night. Whoa. Lou, a social worker, grapples with the departure of her live-in boyfriend. Cheryl, an artist, mourns the premature death of her sister, Rain. Paulina, a single mother, struggles to trust her new partner. Phoenix, a homeless stranger, is released from a youth detention center. Officer Scott, a Métis policeman, feels caught between two worlds as he patrols the city. Through their various perspectives, a larger, more comprehensive story about the lives in this community and the aftereffects of trauma emerges. This is crazy. I cannot remember which Indigenous creator. I remember she... Was it a she? Somebody. I don't... If it was BookTube or BookTwitter was recommended this book. I'm sorry, I can't remember right now. But yes, very excited for this book. It sounds very good. So, number 8. Okay, here's the next book. It looks small. It feels small. So, let's see if I... Just kidding. Just kidding. Make sure I do not cut this book up. Never had to scissor open a fake birthday present before. I can get this open. Okay, there's just a receipt. Is that a receipt? Okay, just put that right there. Oh, wait, is there another one? What is this? Okay. The Whale Rider! Is it Witty Ihimera? Witty Ihimera? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. I don't know if you guys watched my fry bread, Michelle's Indigenous bookworm tag video, but I mentioned that this was one of my favorite movies. I'm just going to read the back, okay? 8-year-old Kahu craves her great-grandfather's love and attention, but he's focused on his duties as chief of Maori in Wangara, I think that's how you say it, New Zealand, a tribe that claims descent from the legendary whale rider. In every generation since the whale rider, a male has inherited the title of chief, but now there is no male heir. There's only Kahu. She should be next in line for the title, but her great-grandfather is blinded by tradition and sees no use for a girl. Kahu will not be ignored, and in her struggle, she has a unique ally, the whale rider himself, from whom she has inherited the ability to communicate with whales. Once the sacred gift is revealed, Kahu may be able to reestablish her people's ancestral connections and earn her great-grandfather's attention and lead her tribe to a bold new future. Oh, I'm kind of... Oh, this looks short, but... Oh, I'm gonna cry. If you guys have not seen this movie, go watch it. Gosh, this movie made me cry. I can't even imagine what the book is like to read. So, what is this now? Oh, wait. Okay, this is 9, I believe. Okay, number 9. Okay, my fake birthday is over. But this next book, I actually know what this next book is. So I will unwrap it for you all. So, yep, I know what it is because I ordered this myself. But let me show you guys. Ugh. Okay. Ooh, look at it. Isn't it pretty? So I ordered this book for Luke. It's a children's book. And it's called The Lost Kachina. Sorry about the glare. Hold on, yeah. There we go. So this book is not written by an Indigenous author, but I saw what the book was about and I saw the illustrations and I was like, I gotta get that book for Luke. This story is about a Kachina doll that feels, I think, unappreciated by the previous owner. And until a Hopi teacher comes to teach at a school and he starts to teach the students about this Kachina. So I think in Hopi, this Kachina is called Anak Kachina, or a long hair. See how his hair's long? Yeah, long hair Kachina. So my daughter, actually, her godfather is Kachina clan, or Kachina clan. And her name is actually Anaktsingmana. Anaktsingmana. And it's actually a girl, a female long hair maiden. So the girl version of this. So I'm so happy. So let me show you some illustrations. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to review this book. I just thought the illustrations were really pretty. And I just seeing what this book is about. So I'm kind of excited to read it to Luke because he likes, see, oh, this is so cool. Okay, yeah, so this is my book haul number, what is it now? 10. This is book number 10. So the 11th book that I hauled in for August is, yep, The City of Brass. And so City of Brass, this the author is S.A. Chakraborty. I think that's how you say her name. So yeah, I think it's a fantasy. Okay, I'm not gonna read the back. I can't remember who tweeted about this book. It might have been I Love Books, okay? Was it? Yes, it was. It was Kayla. Kayla is another Indigenous booktuber, and she's awesome. You should go check her out. But she recommended this book to me. I asked her, is this book as good as it sounds? And I said, oh, okay, I'm going to read it. So right now, I am refusing to read the back. The cover of this looks really beautiful. and I want to be surprised. And a lot of people are already reading this book, or they already have read this book. And I also recommend Kayla's video. She did a tier ranking video, and this book was part of that tier ranking, so go check it out. So sorry Kayla, I didn't complete I didn't finish watching the video because I didn't want this book to be spoiled, and you said it was really good. So yep, this is book number 11. Yep. Okay, so my husband bought my next book, and he bought it from my favorite bookstore, Changing Hands Bookstore, which is the bookstore in Tempe. And they are super awesome, and they sell used books, they sell new books, they also have book readings. I mean, of course not right now, but they were like a huge support to me during my college years, so I continue to still go over there. And my next book that I am hauling in for August, number 12, is A Reaper at the Gates by Saba Tahir. If you have not started this series or have not read it, I highly recommend it. I think this is one of my top reads so far for this year of 2020. Well, not that the top, but it's one of them. So I recommend this book. I don't want to read, sorry you guys, I don't want to read what this book is about, but I love the second book of the Ember and the Ashes series, and Torch Against the Night is the second book, and I reviewed it. Yeah, I reviewed it, and it's amazing. So I am so excited to read this book. And another thing I want to show you guys is, yes, she signed it. Yes, I'm very excited to have this book, and I think the last book comes out this year. So, whew, yeah, yay! Book number 12. Okay, my last book, book number 13, is David Mogo God Hunter, or Mojo. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering this. And this book is by Sui Davies Okungboa. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry. I promise I'll get the pronunciation right if I review this book. But I'll read the back because the description, even though it's very short, sold me on buying it. So, Lagos will not be destroyed. The gods have fallen to earth in their thousand, and chaos reigns. Though broken and leaderless, the city endures. David Mogo, demigod and god hunter, has one task: capture two of the most powerful gods in the city and deliver them to the wizard gangster Lukman Ajala. No problem, right? Ooh, look at the cover of this book. Isn't that really awesome? Yeah, and you can feel, this is actually, you can feel it. So excited to read this book. Okay, so yeah, check this out. Amazing. So this is my book haul for August. Oh, it's heavy. Yay! So that was fun. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. Kim here with Native Lady Book Warrior, and I hope you guys are all reading fiercely, and I hope your families are safe. I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are having such a fun time reading, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you all next time. So have a good day. Bye.